John Kenneth Muir is an American literary critic. He has written as of 2010 21 reference books in the fields of film and television, with a particular accent on the horror and science fiction genres. Selected works of literary criticism. Muir has written a book about Kevin Smith, titled An Askew View, The Films of Kevin Smith, a study of Sam Raimi, titled The Unseen Force, The Films of Sam Raimi, a book on terror television called Terror Television American Series 1970-1999, and another on the works of comedian Christopher Guest and his repertory company, titled Best in Show, The Films of Christopher Guest and Company. As of 2010, Muir's most recent film director study was Mercy in Her Eyes, The Films of Myra Nair. Biography. Born December 3, 1969, Muir began his full-time writing career in 1996, penning several books for the North Carolina-based publisher of scholarly reference books, McFarland and Amp Company. Muir also has written monographs about SFTV, including Exploring Space, 1999, An Analytical Guide to Battlestar Galactica, A Critical History of Doctor Who on TV, A History and Critical Analysis of Blake 7, and An Analytical Guide to TV's One Step Beyond. Muir was educated at the University of Richmond, Indiana, Virginia from 1988 to 1992, where he studied for 2 years under renowned Hudson Review film critic Bert Cardillo. Muir also counts Pauline Kael and Roger Ebert as important career influences. Muir's first book, Exploring Space, 1999, was published 5 years after his graduation from university, in April 1997. The book was the first English-language attempt to analyze the television series Space, 1999 in a wider cultural context, and is sometimes compared and contrasted with a similar French book written by Pierre Fagel. In 2009, Muir became a member of the artist collective Tecumseh Underground. The following year he was a judge at the ACEFESD NYC 2010 Film Festival, occurring August 20 to 28, 2010. Media appearances. Muir has appeared on TV on the E! True Hollywood Story, Curse of the Exorcist, TV Ontario's Saturday Night at the Movies, and on the premiere episode of the Sci-Fi Channel series Geography. On radio, Muir has been a guest on Destiny's The Voice of Science Fiction, Nita Shift, Good Morning Charlotte, The Alan Handelman Show, and The Mitch Albom Show. In 2007, Muir appeared as a commentator in Decade of Darkness, a DVD extra on the Collector's Edition DVD of Return of the Living Dead. He also appeared with others in documentary Nightmares in Red, White and Blue, The Evolution of the American Horror Film. On October 25, 2010, he was featured on the Biography Channel's The Inside Story, Halloween documentary about director John Carpenter's 1978 film, Halloween. Awards and nominations: The Encyclopedia of Superheroes on Film in Television, a New York Public Library's Best of Reference Selection, 2005. Horror Films of the 1970s, a book list editor's choice for 2002, an outstanding reference source for 2003 by Rusa, and a Best of the Best reference book for 2002 by the ALA. Terror Television, a book list editor's choice for 2001.2001, * nomination. Airlock Alpha Best Web Production, The House Between, nomination. Sci-Fi Portal Best Web Production, The House Between, returned. Fiction. Muir's first novel was published by Powers Media in 2003, an officially licensed continuation of the Space 1999 saga, titled The Forsaken. This is the second in the Powers line of Space 1999 books, following William Latham's Resurrection. Muir's other fiction includes 2 short stories for the official Farscape magazine. In issue number 6, for May 2002, his story, That Old Voodoo, was featured. In issue number 8, for August 2002, his story, Make-A-Wish, was published. 2 of his Space 1999 licensed short stories, Futility and The Touch of Venus, appear in the anthology Space 1999 Shepherd Moon. The House Between. In 2006, Muir wrote and directed an original science fiction series titled The House Between, to be broadcast online. The House Between's first season episode, premiered at Fantasy V in Chesapeake, Virginia, on July 29, 2006. The second season of the series premiered January 25, 2008 and ran through March 2008. A third season began airing online in January 2009. The House Between's second season premiere was nominated for a Sci-Fi Genre Award in 2008 under the category Best Web Production. Sci-Fi Radio in August 13, 2008 announced that The House Between placed second out of 5 productions, behind the bigger-budgeted Star Trek of Gods and Men by a margin of less than 100 votes. The third season of the series was nominated for Best Web Production at Airlock Alpha, but did not win. Altogether, 21 episodes of The House Between were produced over 3 seasons. Bibliography. Books. Horror films of the 1990s. Music on film. This is Spinal Tap. Space 1999 Shepherd Moon. Ken Russell, reviewing England's Last Man. Worm Turns. Ken Russell as God and Devil of Rubber Reality Horror Cinema. Battlestar Galactica and Philosophy. TV Year Volume 1. The complete 2005-2006 primetime season. The Rock and Roll Film Encyclopedia. Horror films of the 1980s. Mercy in Her Eyes. The films of Myra Nair. Singing a New Tune, The Rebirth of the Modern Film Musical, From Evita to De Lovely and Beyond. Best in Show. The films of Christopher Guest and Amp Company. The Unseen Force. The films of Sam Raimi. The Encyclopedia of Superheroes on Film in Television, McFarland and Company Inc. Publishers, 2004. Space 1999 The Forsaken. Eaten Alive at a Chainsaw Massacre. The films of Tobe Hooper. An Askew View. The films of Kevin Smith. Horror films of the 1970s. An Analytical Guide to Television's One Step Beyond, 1959 to 1961. Terror Television, American Series, 1970 to 1999. The films of John Carpenter. A History and Critical Analysis of Blake's Seven, the 1978 to 1981 British television space adventure. A Critical History of Doctor Who on Television. An Analytical Guide to Television's Battlestar Galactica. Wes Craven, The Art of Horror, Exploring Space 1999, an episode guide and complete history of the mid-1970s science fiction television series. Liner notes and AMP forwards Lexicon of the Planet of the Apes by Rich Handley. The House Between. Original Internet Television Score Compact Disc Booklet.